Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna from Cut and Carve, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can make this beautiful notebook yourself. So today it's all about notebooks. I use quite a few to keep myself and my life organized, but I never seem to get cute ones. I don't know why that is, but today I want to make my own, and I want to make them cute and personalized. For today's project, you will not need any fancy equipment except for your laser cutter. The cover of the notebooks I'm going to be making will be made out of plywood. This is poplar and it's 3 millimeters thick. You need, of course, a stack of copy paper, and for the binding I will use these metal rings. You can buy them on Amazon. And I will put the link down for you below. I have them in 2 different sizes, and it depends on the thickness of your notebook. So less pages, smaller rings, more pages, bigger rings. I will be making a A5 notebook. For all you Americans, I know you don't use these sizes, but for all my German and European friends, this is what we're going to be using. I'm setting my paper puncher on the A6 setting. Punch 2 holes along the long side of your page, turn the page upside down and repeat the same punch. If you are downloading any of my files for an A4 notebook, keep the A6 setting on your puncher and perform the same punches along the long side of the page. This gives you beautifully spaced out holes to bind your book. Next, I'm making my cutting file. I use Adobe Illustrator. It's a monthly subscription and it's kinda pricey, but I use that in my daily life as a graphics designer, so it kinda makes sense. There's also free software for making vector files like Inkscape if you don't want to spend that kind of money. I'm just speeding through this quickly. I made a rectangle that is exactly the size of my pages. I don't want the cover to be bigger than that. And I'm measuring out my page and placing the holes. For the holes, I chose a 5 mm diameter for the rings to have some space. I'm a big dog lover. I don't have one, but I definitely want one for the future. In the meantime, I will put one on my notebook. I want to make a pattern, so I take this silhouette of a wiener dog and duplicate that a few times. I'm spacing them out evenly across the page. For the peekaboo effect, I'm choosing this one to be cut out and let the colorful first page behind shine through. I said I wanted to personalize it, so I'm making some space for my name to be engraved right beside the cutout dog. For all of you who don't want or can't make this on your own, I have a treat for you. On my website, the link will be down below. The pattern will be up for download. For the first 24 hours after this video goes live, it will be free for you. Afterwards, it will cost a few bucks. Let's go on and hop right over to our laser cutter interface. I'm dropping the saved SVG file into the interface and place it on the preview showing my workspace. I'm placing it in the upper right corner, and now all that is missing is my name. I'm adding that with the built-in text feature of the Mr. Bean, which is really cool. After typing my name, I can choose from a small variety of fonts. I will go with something classy and minimal, like this one. I will adjust the size just a little bit. I don't want my name to be too big all over the cover. And then place it neatly in the little space that I left blank. Perfect! Now let's hit the laser button. I'm choosing my settings according to the suggested materials. This is the recommendation by Mr. Bean. So I know that I don't want to have my engraving too dark, and what I'm going to do is to adjust the setting just a tiny bit. I will lower the maximum intensity to 70% and speed up the top speed to 500. Also, from my last video, we know that my freshly cleaned laser head can cut this plywood in 6 passes. So this is what I will use. notebook is done, let's go for the back side. For the back side of our book, I'm taking the same file. I'm gonna delete my name real quick, don't want to have that on the back side. And I'm gonna let that run again, but this time without the engraving. Gonna put that in skip mode, and I'm only doing the cutting part, just as I did before, and hit start. So in the meantime, I will punch holes in my paper and I will see you when we're ready to go on. And here we have them, fresh from the laser cutter. They are pretty dusty still. First, I will take them out. They should get out pretty easily. Maybe on the one or the other place you will have to use a little bit of force, but nothing too major. Most of the holes have fallen out by themselves. And oh, isn't that cute? I love it. It's so perfect. The cutouts are perfect, they come out really smooth. Just what we wanted. I will clean up the dust with a toothbrush around the edges and the engraving. So along the edges and around the engravings, you can see this kind of shadow of burned material. I don't think that's really nice, so I will give it a quick sand with my sanding tool. This is a cheap one from Amazon. I will put the link for you down below. I will put a new sanding paper on the bottom. This is a P180, which is pretty fine. We don't need anything too rough. Stick it on there. And we're ready to go. And it will just take a few swipes. As you can see, it's coming off really easily. And just like that, in little to no time, we have a perfect, smooth engraving picture. I'm gonna dust it off a little bit, and we're ready for the next step. So the light wood is pretty, but I want to give it a little more character and stain the wood with this wood oil. This makes the wood pattern pop and makes the cover so much more durable. You can skip this step if you want. The staining is finished and I'm going to let this dry overnight. It is the next day and the wood has dried and is ready to assemble.
So the rest is pretty simple.
I added a colorful first and last page, so I have a colorful peekaboo situation. These are the rings I'm using. You can just open them by pushing and pulling. And now I'm putting all the pages together. Clip clap and done. If you want to make this for yourself or for a friend, you can download the file on my website. I will put the link for you down below. For all of you who don't like dogs, I actually made another design that you can find on my website also. You will find the design in 2 different sizes, for A5 like this, or the bigger one for A4. Please make sure you download the right size. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you the next time.